Now, Swansea were clear favourites against non-league Histon in the third round, but the boot is on the other foot today as they go to Portsmouth. But they may well fancy their chances. Rob Palmer reports.
Next midfielder, Jody Gomez.
It'd be fair to say that Swansea City's changing room is pretty relaxed about facing the FA Cup holders, Portsmouth.
Oh, please take a bit of that. Yes!
It's all part of the laid-back preparations of the forward-thinking club.
I get massage by these lovely ladies. This one's Vicky.
I always get things.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is that your request or his?
Definitely his.
Sean as well, she's familiar with the Spanish boys.
Yeah.
She just tries to speak Spanish with them and try to interact with them. Yeah. And because she likes Spanish, so she's familiar with Spanish.
Keeping the players in peak condition is all part of the scientific approach of their highly rated young manager, Roberto Martinez. Recognised as one of Sky's La Liga experts, Roberto has come a long way since he was given a rough initiation on his first day in England by an unscrupulous local TV reporter.
My name is Roberto Martinez. We are the three amigos. 95 is quite of a shock to leave the comfort of your Spain and coming to Wigan and having to face those nasty reporters.
14 years on, and he's regarded as one of the brightest managers in Britain, promoting Swansea to the Championship last season, currently 10 games unbeaten. His secret has been assembling a squad of players scouted from all over Europe.
Nationalities don't come into it. I think our market had to be bigger. We had to scout many different leagues in Europe, and that's the only way we could put a strong enough squad to challenge for what we wanted to do and to improve Swansea City. So you can see the environment in the dressing room. There are certain rules that you have to apply, and obviously you cannot speak your own language. You have to speak English. If we could, we would speak Welsh, but at the moment we live to speak English. You need to have more than one nationality in every table when we're having food, and small things that they got the squad together, and all we are is Swansea City players.
The current star of the team is a typical Martinez signing, Trinidad and Tobago striker Jason Scotland, who was signed from the Scottish First Division. But his run of 7 goals in 7 games is making big clubs take note.
It's every football ambition to play in the Premiership. Obviously, I was playing in Division 1 in Scotland. Obviously, I come to League 1. Obviously, we're going to the Championship. Obviously, my highest is looking to go to the Premiership now. Obviously, we'll be happy, be delighted to go with Swansea.
I wanted to remind you of a couple of other things which are very Spanish.
Just as Martinez was signed from the Spanish lower leagues, he's returned to his homeland to bring in untapped talent. 6 Spaniards. And like Roberto, they're very keen to perfect their English, especially the critical football phrases.
I am sick as a flower. I am over the moon.
I am over the moon.
I am over the moon.
Well, we was Rob.
We was Rob.
We was Rob.
We was Rob. Robbed.
Unbelievable Jeff.
Unbelievable Jeff.
Unbelievable Jeff.
Unbelievable Jeff.
Unbelievable Jeff.
Unbelievable Jeff.
So, Matt, unbelievable Jeff.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Mers, unbelievable Jeff.
I don't know how to say.
Unbelievable
Jeff. Unbelievable Jeff.
Charlie.
Unbelievable Jeff.
Job, I think they're getting this. It's the first time they've ever said that to me, ever. I mean, I tell you what, there's... I tell you what, Charlie, clearly it's a fantastic spirit down there, you know, that's one thing that came right through in that piece.
Well, I think with the manager, you see him speaking about his team. I think you spoke to him about Martinez earlier in the campaign, and you could tell, you know, he's upbeat. He feels good about the way that his team played, Jeff. I think they're a nice passing side. That influence of the European players coming in, I think, obviously, is taking his club forward in terms of what he believes in. I think it's encouraging, and it's good to see that they're developing along these lines, and now they've got another chance of getting reputations. It's a few of the players that we don't often see, because we're normally watching the Premier League players. You get to see these players, and then suddenly you see technically they can hack it. You think, what? Not a bad sign, and keep your eye on him. And these are the type of teams that you actually think will test the decent sides, because they'll get it down, they'll play, and if you give them enough space, they might just be creative enough.
And they've got a cutting edge now that they didn't have earlier in the season in Jason Scotland. What a coincidence, actually, man, isn't it? Because, I mean, he could be my body double, couldn't he?
Very similar. Yeah. Very similar frame.
But he's got 7 in 7, and he really seems to be settling into the Championship now. You know, having made the step, it takes a while to adjust.
Well, it will do. But I think he's got a lot of ability. You know, as we saw there, he's a strong boy. He'll be a handful for defences in that division, and I'm not looking forward to him taking on Southampton and St Mary's in a couple of weeks' time. I think he might be able to bully us a little bit.
Jermaine Pennant, Phil, has finally got to Portsmouth to play. He's gone on loan. I mean, first of all, would you go for someone on loan who didn't want to come to the club on a permanent basis?
No, I can't. I think he's edging as bets as Jermaine. I think he's really looking. He wants to get to the end of his contract in the summer and then have everything open to. But I think, and that probably will, he's probably being forced out of the door. He's not going to get a game. And I think he's known that for quite a while. And I can't understand.
Why is he not going to get a game? Because, just to quote the boy, he said, I played 34 games last season. I don't know what it is with me and Rafa. He knows I've got the ability and I'm capable of playing in the team.
He's not good enough for Liverpool.
Why did he play 34 games last season?
Don't know. He played on a regular basis. And the boy quite often would get into decent positions and didn't deliver the ball. And that is it. He's playing on the right-hand side. You have to have a look at the assist. You have to have a look at the quality. And I don't think he was of that ilk to sort of take the club to win the league. He's only playing twice, am I right in saying, this year? And they're up there challenging for the title. So I think that speaks for itself. But the boy in himself...
Well, they're not just right there challenging for the title because Jermaine Pennant's not playing,
no, it's not just about him. You're asking me about him, and you're saying, well, he played 35 times last year, and we weren't challenging for the title. So I'm only trying to give my take on it.
He's also said, Phil, it's quite controversial as well, as he said, you stand a better chance of being in the Liverpool team there if you're a foreigner.
Jeff, I've been hearing this, and you hear it. They will hear it the same at Arsenal. They hear it the same. It always goes on when you're out of favour, and that's the reason why he's throwing that in. So I'm not taking that. Once you're out to the side, you're always looking, and you're always going to criticise the man. So I'm not having it.
Okay, David Nugent will be a happy man this week, Paul, because you know finally he's got his first Premier League goal at Spurs. In actual fact, he had a chance to have more than one, but you know, will it make a difference to him now?
Yeah, very much so, Jeff. I thought the lad played really well. I'm a big critic of his, but I thought he was absolutely outstanding. He's playing out of position.
This one, Portsmouth against Swansea, man.
Swansea had a lot of draws lately. I think they might get another one today.
Okay, Paul?
Portsmouth.
Okay, Phil?
Just Portsmouth.
Charlie?
No, I'm liking the way Tony Adams is handling Portsmouth at the moment. Portsmouth for me.
Okay. Thanks very much indeed. These are the boys' predictions. As you can see, nobody going for Swansea there, just Matt giving them a draw. If you want to play for that £100,000, that's how you do it.